Back at the right here on SportsGrid. It is Pro Football Today. I'm Kevin Walsh with Joe Lisi as we look to run through this NFL Sunday slate, Joe. There are some big-time quarterback questions out there. And, of course, that means we got to look at Shedeur Sanders. Start number one. I know you altered up the yardage. You couldn't get there. Some of that game script against Vegas, but he went well over his listed prop. Really, almost all of it came in two plays. A nice deep shot to Isaiah Bond for 52 yards, and then Sanders' first career passing touchdown, which was a screen pass to Dylan Sampson that actually ended up going for 66. That combined for a 118 of his 209 yards. What are you looking for today out of Shedeur Sanders in a game, mind you, that has seemingly the most weather concerns around it?
Well, again, you see, this is where we get into a situation where I don't want Shedeur Sanders to just be a game manager, right? I don't want him to manage the game and get the win. What I want to see is if the throwing conditions are good, I do want to see Stefanski and the offensive staff open up the playbook to make an assessment whether Shedeur Sanders is a viable quarterback for the organization moving forward. If he's going to hand it off 50 times to Quinshon Judkins and Dylan Sampson today, that's not an honest assessment in this particular game. I'm sorry. I want to see him throw the football. I want to see him in a 3rd and 8 situation, potentially, back against the wall, trailing or having to put up a drive and step up. He did not look good when he came in relief for Dylan Gabriel against the Ravens, right? He steps up, he gets the road win, he throws for over 200 yards. I don't care if it's on 2 or 3 plays. He threw for over 200 yards, and he put his team in a position to build a double-digit first-half lead.
Yeah.
Right? Now at home against a playoff-caliber team, go out and make some throws, open up the playbook, look to score points, and look to see if this offense can cook and get your playmakers like Jerry Jeudy the football. Like, that is the problem with Cleveland and Stefanski. It's like, Kevin Stefanski has no problem opening up the playbook when Flacco was there, right? But then when the younger quarterbacks are there, we're going to handcuff them because he's afraid. Make a choice. Either you're trying to get an assessment whether Shedeur Sanders is the guy or not, or you're trying to win games just to save your job, which is a big problem when you look at Shedeur Sanders' big picture. I hope they open up the playbook, let him throw it 30 to 35 times in a game. It's cold weather. He played in Colorado. I'm sure he can handle it.
Yeah,
let's see what we have.
I think it's you may see snow in the forecast.
So what? Okay, but we watched a Thursday night game last year where who started in Cleveland, and they knocked off the Steelers.
I think that was 2 years ago, wasn't it? Bailey
I thought it was
Zappi?
last year.
Was there a Zappi game? That was
Zappi.
No, I'm thinking about New England. Oh, the Jameis game. Oh, that game was a delight. That's also Jameis, though. He's a different breed of baller.
Okay, so Jameis could throw the football in the snow and bad conditions, but Shedeur can't. We're already putting a stigma on him about what he can and what he can't do. I mean, let's open it up.
I hear you. I do. I don't think, though, this team is – their priority is not Sanders throwing the ball.
What is their priority?
Just playing football.
Yeah,
I understand.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, Joe, that was on display last week. He threw it 20 times. And honestly, watching that game, it felt like they were aggressive in some of their decisions to throw.
Good.
No. My point is, and he still only got to 20. Like, you understand what, this is a team. Now, I think he's I'll tell you this.
They're 3-8, Kev.
I understand that, Joe. But that's not what they care about. Honestly, it's not. They're not. Listen, there are some teams where it's like, look, lose, lose, lose. That's not who the Browns are, right? Stefanski could be coaching for his job. There's a world Sanders is playing for his job. What does Myles Garrett care about losing games and draft picks? He's out there chasing history. It's not who they are. And what that means is when they get in certain situations, they're going to look to run the football with Judkins. But I do think if they are trailing to San Francisco, he becomes really interesting in the live market. I want to ask you about Max Brosmer. We touched on this off the top. And I am on Minnesota plus 12. I really don't care if someone says Brosmer is going to be the worst quarterback you've watched all season. Got it. So that means he's one spot worse than J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
This number cannot move this much.
No.
With McCarthy being out.
No.
Especially because I have seen Kevin O'Connell with Wentz, with Mullins, with Dobbs put up big performances. I've seen that. I think it's a fascinating game. The Darnold revenge of it all. How much is that a thing? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I got to take 12 here with a good coaching staff.
And
O'Connell and Flores.
You got to believe that Flores knows the weaknesses of Sam Darnold, right?
Yeah.
You know, if anybody knows Sam Darnold's good, bad, and ugly, it's Kevin O'Connell and it's Brian Flores from a defensive perspective. Mm-hmm. We know JSN. Well, Justin Jefferson, when he has a competent quarterback, could put up 100 yards in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Jordan Addison didn't have a catch last week.
Right.
I mean, T.J. Hawkinson is a forgotten commodity for this team. I mean, can Brosmer deliver the football? He's a big kid. He has played in cold weather in Minnesota. He's not going to be fazed by the elements playing in Seattle, but is he up to par? It's not. The problem is, though, Kev, it's not like he came from an elite passing attack in Minnesota with Fleck. They threw the football, but it's not like we're talking about Alabama, Georgia, LSU, you know, some of the elite schools. He came from an offense that basically threw 170 yards per game. It was limited type of throws. Can he make every throw? Absolutely. We've watched him. He's a big kid. He's got a big frame. He could throw the out. He could throw the deep ball. Will O'Connell give him the opportunity on the road against one of the best secondaries and front sevens? I hope so, because, again, I don't see any reason why they can't cover this 11.5 with him. I really can't.
Right.
The question is, are you going to run Aaron Jones? Are you going to run Jordan Mason and then throw it on 3rd and 8 and get the kid killed?
So that's the one thing and that's why I'm happy to play the 12 instead of people like, oh, I bet Brosmer overs. If O'Connell knows if Brosmer is a significant downgrade, a potential up, he knows, right?
Well, they drafted him. He should know.
But also through practice.
Right.
Here's my point is, Joe, if Brosmer's this bad, they are going to run the ball nonstop. And that gives them a chance to hang inside a big-time double-digit number.
Ugh.
It just does. Now, let me ask you about another quarterback here. Completely different category from who we've just been discussing. Stafford. He's the MVP favorite. He's thrown 3 or more touchdown passes in 4 of his last 5 games, multiple touchdown passes in all 5 of them. He's got 30 on the season compared to just 2 interceptions. They're on the road in Carolina. What do you think?
What do I think of Stafford, or what do I think of the game?
Take me through it.
I just, again, from the spread perspective, they're deserving of being the 10.5-point number. We saw Carolina go out west to San Francisco. They get 3 interceptions, and they basically put up 2 scores, right? Under 13 points. I mean, come on. You need a better effort, especially when Brock Purdy's handing you a short field each and every time. That being said, I've told you, look at the games dating back to about 5 or 6 games ago. You have to bet them every other week. And, again, do I believe L.A. is going to win this game? Probably, but I think it goes down to the wire. I think it is a 4-quarter game. I don't know. I think the 1 o'clock start does concern me. West Coast team going there for an early kick. I know they've stepped up this year, but I'm concerned about it. And, again, does that mean Stafford's not going to put up numbers? No, but I still think the secondary could force some turnovers. I'm not sold that he's just going to, bing, bing, bing. Oh, Puka, here we go. Bubble screen, run it 80 yards to the house. Not today. Not on my watch.
I look at
I
this
like
spot,
Carolina.
And I really like Carolina. I bet them plus 10.5. I think we could get into a situation where the Rams don't cover some of these numbers because they're just these huge, huge favorites within these games. But Stafford continuing the ball, that is also the anticipation. We'll talk to NFL insider Adam Caplan next.
Let's play our game of buy or sell. buy or sell? Thursday night football should end after week 10, George. You going to buy or sell this? It's
too short a week. It's not healthy for the players. You'll never be able to convince me otherwise here. The NFL will tell you, oh, stats tell us no, it's not more injuries. And that's all BS. All right. Should it end after week 10? In a perfect world, there probably should be no Thursday night games. Should it end after week 10? Sure, I'll buy this. But it's not going to. There's too much money here. It's never going to end, all right? They're going to have it forever. You're lucky there's not a Friday, Saturday schedule as well, and there's some laws involved there as to why there's not. The NFL is going to have a schedule or for any day they can get here. It's all about money here. And if the players don't want it, by the way, you got to realize, well, you're going to lose a significant chunk of revenue out of your salary as well here.
Right.
So I'll buy this, but it doesn't matter. It's not going away.
I mean, George just basically said everything that I was going to say, so what is the reality? The games, so of course I'll buy it. The games are not good. Generally, the home team has a big advantage. If not, the teams are not prepared to play on Thursday night. Yes, there have been some upsets and some underdogs winning. We saw it Thursday night. But the quality of play on Thursday is lower than what it is on the weekends. And there's no end in sight to it because of what George said, the money. That's just all that matters. If Amazon Prime doesn't take it, Netflix will take it. If they don't take it, Apple will take it. If they don't take it, somebody else will take it. I don't know. Hulu, I don't know. You make it up. Someone will. So it is not going away. And, generally speaking, I'm excited every week when the games begin, and then I forget, and then the games usually stink, and I'm like, oh, gosh, this game wasn't good anyway. So George is right. Not going away because of the money.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
Live right here on SportsGrid. It is Pro Football Today. Kevin Walsh and Joe Lisi. We are now joined by NFL insider Adam Caplan. Cap, always good to get the chance to talk to you before some of these big games, but I think no surprise, we have to look back just a little bit towards Friday, where the Eagles and the Bears had a game that played out like a lot of these Philly losses tend to do. Questions around the offense, and a lot of these questions are now being pointed at offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo. I know Nick Sirianni in the press conference said there's nothing to see there. I'm wondering what you're hearing around Philadelphia.
Yeah, so just to give you an idea of how things go in buildings, and particularly in Philly. So owner Jeffrey Lurie wants a world-class offense, right? And it's clearly not a world-class offense. That's why after the 23 to really meltdown on both sides of the football, first it was defense in season. Sean Desai was replaced. He was the defense coordinator. He was reassigned. Then Brian Johnson, the offensive coordinator, based on the way it collapsed, okay? Lurie wants a big-time offense. Brian Johnson was let go. So they brought in Kellen Moore, though, as an Eagles fan, the passing game wasn't great last season, but they won because they had the number one defense and one of the best running games in NFL history. That's why they won. Mm-hmm. This season, the running game has been terrible. The passing game has been disappointing. And now the defense got gashed for nearly 300 yards on the ground, and they lost, although they had their chances to win. But in terms of what's going on with Patullo, Sirianni's going to take time to go through the weekend, right? Yes, he said that Patullo will call the plays going further. But he can't keep going out there if this continues to say the same old thing. Now, if you look at their staff, who has called plays before? Jason Michael, the tight ends coach, did call them once in his career with the Titans. It wasn't great. This is many, many years ago. Scott Leffler, the quarterback's coach, called him at Bowling Green. He was the head coach for how Howard Fannin Jr. went, who's now with the Browns. But they're not great choices. I'm told this offense around the league, when people look at it, it's not a very good scheme. I know they won a Super Bowl with it, but again, I just gave you the answers. It's not about the passing game. Running game is usually great. They can't rely on it. So this team right now is what I would call, Kevin, mini free fall. They're struggling. They have no answers. I would still watch what happens with this situation with Patullo over the next couple of weeks, just based on performance. And they will face next Monday night a very difficult scheme in Jesse Minter's scheme. You might remember him as the Michigan defensive coordinator. He's done a phenomenal job with not a lot of talent with the Chargers.
Cap, I'm just curious, the way it reads on the outside is Sirianni is being fiercely loyal to Kevin Patullo, who is his guy. Yep. And I think there is more than enough evidence to take play calling duties away from Patullo. If it's a Sirianni decision, it looks like we know how this is going to go. Is it on the board? You referenced Jeffrey Lurie, that Howie Roseman steps in and does something here because Sirianni will not.
So I'll give you the Cliff Notes version of I know where you're going here. After the 2020 season, which was a debacle, Doug Peterson, before he was told he was not going to be coming back as the head coach because there was a disagreement with Lurie and Peterson over staffing. But Peterson did say that Mike Rowe, who's now the receivers coach with the Giants, would remain as the offense coordinator. The next day, Mike Rowe is not the offensive coordinator. So on your point, Kevin, Jeffrey Lurie gets involved with high-level decisions, and he gives his opinion. This has happened for years. He wants a world-class offense. I just would watch. That's why I said, Kevin, to watch this situation over the next several days here. Because remember, they've got the weekend off. The practice week doesn't technically start till Thursday. Remember, they practice Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and fly to L.A.
Cap, I want to take our attention to the 1 o'clock matchup. Baker Mayfield back in action for Tampa. They're really banged up. They get Bucky Irvin back. They're laying 3.5 points against Arizona. Just give me your thoughts about what you're hearing in this matchup. And is Jonathan Gannon now on the hot seat? Does he have to win out to save his job?
I never go that far. It has to be obvious, and it's not obvious. I mean, you could always tell, like with Brian Daboll, it was obvious he was going to have to turn the thing around. He was going to be let go. With Jonathan Gannon, the problem is the lack of talent. Yes, they've drafted pretty well the last 2 seasons, particularly this season looks pretty good on paper, but they've had a number of injuries, and offensively, they don't have a quarterback. Murray's hurt. Contract-wise, it's going to be hard to bring him back. So on your question, they've got a whole lot of problems with the roster. Now, let's get back to the Bucs. Irving's going to play today. He's got 2 injuries. Jamel Dean he's back at cornerback. Hassan Reddick is back in the lineup. The only guy they're really missing of note is Mike Evans. We know he's going to be out for several more weeks with a broken collarbone. So they're pretty healthy here. The Cardinals are not. They're down a number of injuries now. Marvin Harrison Jr. will play. Every week I try to point out a line to you. I'm not always right. And we're often not. I'm right where I go, I don't see this. Like I said, the Eagles should have been 3.5-point favorite, not 7. This line should be 6, not 3.5. It doesn't mean the Cardinals can't cover it. But to me, I'm not sure what the lines makers are looking at here. I know the Bucs are struggling. I get it. But Cardinals have a very bad losing streak going on here. They've lost a number of games, and they're one of the worst teams in the National Football League. If they cover this number, good for them. I don't see it.
Cap, before we let you get out of here, a change in Vegas. Chip Kelly fired, out as offensive coordinator. What do you expect Vegas looks like moving forward after the change?
Kevin, it's so fascinating because Greg Olson, who's their quarterback's coach, will now be on his 3rd different tenure as an offensive coordinator. He's the interim, but he's been on and off for the Raiders coaching staff for many years. And so what they're going to do is he'll be the interim OC and play caller. Now, talking to people who've worked with him, Olson is a big-time, aggressive play caller when it comes to the passing game. Doesn't like to run it a lot, but Pete Carroll wants to run the football with Ashton Genty. That hasn't worked out. Watch this game against the Chargers. Most likely they're going to be behind anyway. But Olson loves to call the pass. That's not what Pete Carroll wanted with Brian Schottenheimer, despite Russell Wilson have one of the best halves of his career in 2020. Carroll and Schottenheimer didn't see eye to eye. Schottenheimer was gone after the 2020 season. Just watch what happens today. I'm fascinated to see if they come out throwing. But look, they can't run it anyway. They just don't have very good personnel. But that's something folks should know if you're a Raider fan watching. Watch Greg Olson the way he calls the game in the first half.
I got to tell you, when I saw the update, Cap, I really, really thought it was Greg Olson, former tight end, current broadcaster. Because everyone praises him. He is so good. He's so aggressive. Cap, at some point, we're getting Greg Olson the head coach?
You're not going to believe this. So, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, because what Olson, this guy is O-N, Greg Olson, the tight end, is E-N. I texted the wrong guy because they're both in my phone, and the guy goes, no, man, it's a true story. I have the text to show you. It's just funny how things work out.
Again, it wouldn't surprise me if at some point you have to text Ian because he gets hired as he's defending the 2-point conversion on Friday. Cap, we appreciate it. We got the Pro Football Doc, Dr. David Chow, up next.
Let's play our game of buy or sell. Buy or sell. Thursday night football should end after week 10, George. You going to buy or sell this?
It's too short a week. It's not healthy for the players. You'll never be able to convince me otherwise here. You know, the NFL will tell you, oh, stats tell us now it's not more injuries. And that's all BS. All right. Should it end after week 10? In a perfect world, there probably should be no Thursday night games. Should it end after week 10? Sure, I'll buy this. But it's not going to. There's too much money here. It's never going to end, all right? They're going to have it forever. You're lucky there's not a Friday, Saturday schedule as well, and there's some laws involved there as to why there's not. You know, the NFL is going to have a schedule or for any day they can get here. It's all about money here. And if the players don't want it, by the way, you got to realize, well, you're going to lose a significant chunk of revenue out of your salary as well here.
Right.
So I'll buy this, but it doesn't matter. It's not going away.
I mean, George just basically said everything that I was going to say, you know, so what is the reality? The games, so of course I'll buy it. The games are not good. Generally, the home team has a big advantage. If not, the teams are not prepared to play on Thursday night. Yes, there have been some upsets and some underdogs winning. We saw it Thursday night. But the quality of play on Thursday is lower than what it is on the weekends. And there's no end in sight to it because of what George said, the money. That's just all that matters. If Amazon Prime doesn't take it, Netflix will take it. If they don't take it, Apple will take it. If they don't take it, somebody else will take it. I don't know. Hulu, I don't know. You make it up. Someone will. So it is not going away. And, you know, generally speaking, I'm excited every week when the games begin, and then I forget, and then the games usually stink, and I'm like, oh, gosh, this game wasn't good anyway. So George is right. Not going away because of the money.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
Pro Football Today right here on SportsGrid. We're now joined by the Pro Football Doc, Dr. David Chow. Again, as always, a reminder, sixscore.com, everything that you need going into these important games, set lineups, make bets. Doc, we appreciate you making some time as always.
Always fun chat. Thank you.
Doc, let's start with the quarterback position. There's a number of key guys here, and I want to just start actually with Baker Mayfield. We were just talking about him, where the Bucs getting some, trending up news in other spots, but at the price of Baker Mayfield maybe not being 100%. How are you guys grading Tampa's quarterback?
We've been saying all week long that Baker Mayfield is going to be fine. He left that game more for the 31-7 score and just to make sure there was nothing else with the shoulder. Once it was reported as an AC joint sprain on the left shoulder, we were very confident he would play game day injection, have no issues, and that's going to be the case. Expect him to be 100% full go. Remember, the AC joint sprain is an injury that recently Joe Flacco with the Bengals was playing through on his right throwing shoulder. This is Baker's left shoulder. Complete non-issue.
Wow. All right. That's good insight there. That actually takes a lot of concern. And I think that's maybe caused some overreactions within the market, which is, by the way, sick picks. They've been fantastic. Promo code SportsGrid, free week. Do it. Trust me. Do it. I do not break game. I'm not just saying this. Doc knows it's true. Won't break the game downs without the dashboard up. Just won't do it. Doc, Daniel Jones. This did catch me by surprise a little bit. I didn't realize how hobbled Daniel Jones might be. What are you and the team over at sixscore.com seeing around the Colts quarterback?
Well, let me tell you something. I don't think Daniel Jones or the Colts knew what it was in the beginning. Remember, it was listed as a calf. It's been several weeks now. It was listed as a calf, and then I think they finally got x-rays, and now they say it's a fibula. It's going to be fibula shaft. The reason he's able to play through is the tibia is the big, strong bone, weight-bearing bone. I'm not saying it's not painful. There is video of him limping around. But there's no doubt he's going to play. There's no doubt he's going to be able to throw the ball downfield and move around in the pocket. His rushing ability and open field ability will be a little bit limited. Not that he won't run, but he won't be as speedy. He's actually a very good straight line runner. So it's something that will get better over time. And you have to remember, let's not overreact here. This is several weeks old for Daniel Jones.
Doc, I want to take a look at the marquee matchup at 4 o'clock. Buffalo on the road against Pittsburgh. You look at the six score. Bills are 76.9, 85.9 for Steelers. Aaron Rodgers will play. Any concerns with that wrist heading into this matchup?
Well, the concern, and everyone's talking about Aaron Rodgers' wrist, but the concern really should be on the Bills' offensive line, and we'll get to that. Aaron Rodgers, I get the reports of 3 fractures, but look, it doesn't matter whether it's 1 fracture line or 3 small fracture lines. It doesn't matter. It didn't need surgery. It doesn't include the scaphoid, so his thumb is free for ball handling. Yes, he's going to take snaps from shotgun almost exclusively, but he works well out of shotgun. I don't see it as being a huge deal. You hear fracture and you think, oh my gosh, but it's a hairline. Doesn't matter if it goes 3 different directions, like a cement crack's not linearly. It can go different directions. But I don't think the story is there. I think the story is the Bills' offensive line, a Bills' offensive line that gave up 8 sacks last week to the Houston Texans. A Bills' offensive line without their right tackle and left tackle both out. Which way do you shift to protection against who? TJ Watt still currently holds the record for sacks, co-holds it, and Alex Highsmith and a tough front 7 for the Steelers.
Doc, I do want to ask you, if I can, actually about Thursday, the battle between Baltimore and Cincinnati, and if you guys saw anything around Lamar and Burrow. Burrow, the first game back, all eyes on him. Lamar not playing well. A lot of people chalk it up to maybe health. I'm just curious what you and the team saw.
Well, we don't see a lot on Lamar. I mean, he ran a little more this week than he has in the past. Everyone makes a big deal about the first day of practice rest, the quote Wednesday day of practice rest. And everyone makes a big deal about the different body parts, head, shoulder, knees, and toes, so to speak. You know, every week a different body part. If it were listed as vet rest, everyone would shrug at that. It's just been listed with an injury. It's just the way that Baltimore has reported it. Joe Burrow, obviously, Joe Burrow is great. He's a great quarterback. He looked relatively well. I mean, very, very little under center, mostly shotgun. Very telling, he still favors it. On the one quarterback sneak, as he was pushing on the quarterback sneak, his left foot was completely off the ground. He was pushing with one leg, right? And so he's not 100%. But look, Joe Burrow is special, and even more special when you get 2 defensive cornerbacks injured in the second half for the Ravens, and that really opened things up and tilted the game.
It sure did. I will say I winced every time he moved. A couple rollouts, I was like, oh gosh, he's going to go. But it was fun to watch him back out there. Doc, we appreciate it, as always. The Pro Football Doc, Dr. David Chow. Again, SixScore.com, everything that you need. It is time to whip it around. A Sunday slate of NFL action next.
Let's play our game of buy or sell. Buy or sell. Thursday night football should end after week 10, George. You going to buy or sell this?
It's too short a week. It's not healthy for the players. You'll never be able to convince me otherwise here. You know, the NFL will tell you, oh, stats tell us now it's not more injuries. And that's all BS. All right. Should it end after week 10? In a perfect world, there should be no Thursday night games. Should it end after week 10? Sure, I'll buy this. But it's not going to. There's too much money here. It's never going to end, all right? They're going to have it forever. You're lucky there's not a Friday, Saturday schedule as well, and there's some laws involved there as to why there's not. You know, the NFL is going to have a schedule or for any day they can get here. It's all about money here. And if the players don't want it, by the way, you're going to realize, well, you're going to lose a significant chunk of revenue out of your salary as well here.
Right.
So I'll buy this, but it doesn't matter. It's not going away.
I mean, George just basically said everything that I was going to say, you know, so what is the reality? The games, so of course I'll buy it. The games are not good. Generally, the home team has a big advantage. If not, the teams are not prepared to play on Thursday night. Yes, there have been some upsets and some underdogs winning. We saw it Thursday night. But the quality of play on Thursday is lower than what it is on the weekends. And there's no end in sight to it because of what George said, the money. That's just all that matters. If Amazon Prime doesn't take it, Netflix will take it. If they don't take it, Apple will take it. If they don't take it, somebody else will take it. I don't know. Hulu, I don't know. You make it up. Someone will. So it is not going away. And, you know, generally speaking, I'm excited every week when the games begin, and then I forget, and then the games usually stink, and I'm like, oh, gosh, this game wasn't good anyway. So George is right. Not going away because of the money.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
Welcome back here. PFT. The P stands for prank. Lisi's got me on the edge of my seat on the way back in. My, oh, my.
It's a whip around. We have, 11 games to go through. We're going to whip it around.
All right, there we
Do
go.
you like let me ask you this, because when I walked in today, I said that I didn't like the 1 o'clock slate.
Right.
Obviously, that's not going to stop me from betting.
right.
But I don't really love it.
Yeah.
The 4 o'clock slate is a little juicier to me.
Yeah.
Because of the Bills game and the Minnesota.
You're a marvel.
Why?
All season long, which window has your best bet come from?
4 o'clock.
Today, which window does your best bet come
But
from?
I switched it up a couple of times.
Yeah. But you just said you hate the ones. 4s are juicy.
Yeah, but it's exactly what I said on Thanksgiving. What did I say
Can I
on
just say
Thanksgiving?
this?
Wait a second.
Go
I
ahead.
came on Thanksgiving, and I gave out my best bet, Green Bay, Detroit
Right.
over. And you said it's not the favorite over that you like.
Correct.
It was.
It wasn't.
But it was I said I want to start the day up.
Right.
And I gave everybody a gift.
Wow. What would we have done without you, Hammer? I think a part of your algo, it's like a hidden piece of coding, is fading yourself. I really do think, like, it's a lot of everybody else. Trust me, I know. Everybody. Listen, if you don't know, if you've ever spoke to Joe Lisi about a bet you like, that only encouraged him to go more the other side. Just so you know that, okay? But I think some of it is somewhere internal a little bit. Shall we get through these games?
Sure.
Panthers, Rams, double-digit number. Bad news. We both like the dog. Carolina. I actually think we've been all right when we kind of been seeing things similarly this season.
No, I mean, for me, I'm concerned about the early kick. I'm also concerned that
number.
Carolina was a public dog against San Francisco. A lot of people took them.
Exactly.
They get smashed. Now they come back home.
Exactly.
Here comes the hottest quarterback on the planet, Joe Montana.
Bing, bing, bing.
Who's the best quarterback ever? That's who Matt Stafford is right now. Everybody loves him. Nobody hates him. I hate him right now. I'm taking the 10.5 with Carolina. Big day for Ted McMillan, 80+,
Wow.
anytime touchdown. 100. Bryce Young, 300.
I took Carolina plus 10.5. This is now down to 10 or 9.5, actually, in spots here. Carolina is perfect against the number coming off of a loss this season at 5-0 right now. I think they have a chance to make that 6. I don't think the Rams lose this game. I think that you'll see enough Rico Dowdle. I think Ted McMillan will play well here. I think Puka continues to play well also, but this is, to me, a spot where it's just too many points. 7.5, maybe a different story. 10.5, I think that's out of whack. Bucks Cardinals, this is one of these ear to the ground games. The more we speak to some people, I think I'm ready to go here on this over. I've been thinking this could be a sneaky rocket ship. Both these teams could be up to the 30s. I don't know. What do you see?
I just think the Bucks are the much better team. I've watched Arizona and Jacoby Brissett play. They have a non-existent rushing attack. Well, Michael Carter and Bam Knight, pathetic offensive line. They can pass block, but they can't run block. That's absolutely ridiculous to me. Outside the OC, never calling a run play when he should run the football because they love throwing it 50 times a game with Jacoby Brissett. And outside of last week with Trevor Lawrence throwing 3 interceptions, they should have gotten blown out again, but lost it by 3. I mean, again, they just don't understand how to play and put them in a position to win games. I think Jacoby Brissett gets absolutely smashed in this game. Marvin Harrison is back. I think he get through his number today, but it's all Bucks. I'm on Godwin.
Gotcha.
I'm also on Cade Otton, yards and anytime touchdown. And I did take Baker up to 250 because I think he bounces back in a big way.
I am going to, again, likely play over 44.5. Titans, Jags. This opens 7, and then people were reminded, this Tennessee group, they are cover machines. At 5.5 now, I'm staying away from the side in this one. A trickier game. I do think there's some temptation to play Bashal Tutin's rushing yards at a low 26.5. Maybe a little hobbled last week. That's lacked efficiency and touches overall. I do think they want to feature him a little bit. The Tennessee run defense has been stout, though, since Jeff Simmons has got back there. A part of this team being covering machines right now.
It is. It's back-to-back road games for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Again, I just have no confidence. We got that one cover last week with Tennessee,
Yes.
right? I don't think it's
So-
coming back.
I want to say this. One of the 7's going away is the big reason I'm not going to play Tennessee. But the other thing is, we've talked about the up-and-down nature that is Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They should have been destroyed last week. Trevor Lawrence threw 3 interceptions. He was awful in that game. Arizona gave it back. So what I'm trying to say is, I think, again, this ebb and flow group, Jacksonville could play pretty well today.
Yeah,
that wouldn't stun me.
I like Jacksonville. It's back to back. I do.
Okay.
No, no, just because, again, I don't have any consistency with Tennessee. I think if Lawrence is back on par, and I expect a big day out of Brian Thomas, took him for an anytime touchdown at 2-1, did take ETN plus 105 for an anytime touchdown. To your point about Tootin, I'm not taking ETN's yards. We'll take him to hit pay dirt, but I think it's Jacksonville or bust. I can't get to the over, though, because, again, is this a game where they want to feature Tajay Spears in the rushing attack and they slow it down? I don't know. I just think they have no offensive identity, Tennessee. I love Cam Ward, but he needs another year to cook. It's Jacksonville or bust.
Same number in Miami. The Dolphins are 5.5-point favorites to the New Orleans Saints. Total down, though, Joe, to flat 41 in some spots. What do you like here? I
like the Saints. I took the Saints with the 5.5. I just think they're going to be able to run the football on them, believe it or not, with Devin Neal, and keep an eye out for Taysom Hill in red zone opportunities. I'm not sold on Miami just winning out, all of a sudden being 5-7, 6-7, 7-7, and all of a sudden they make the playoffs with Mike McDaniel. These are games where potentially he could lose. I believe in Kellen Moore at least building some foundation with New Orleans. And again, Tyler Shook has to develop, so why not open up the playbook? I did take Olave today to get through his total, potentially 70-80 plus.
Yeah, I think New Orleans is a team, we've talked about it throughout the season. Despite their record, they have only been over a touchdown, I think it's like 3 times this season. So the light numbers make it very difficult. I think Miami right now, Joe, again, off a bye. They've been winning, trending, good vibes. I'd love to step up and grab New Orleans. Why am I not getting 7? It's so frustrating, I feel, these Saints numbers. And I made this mistake a few times earlier in the year. Where, it's fine. Like, I think I took the Saints at like 4.5 against New England. Yeah. And you look back and like, what am I doing? Like, you're just not getting it. And they lose the game by 6, right? Like, I just don't find myself to be getting enough. They might cover. Heck, they might win the game, Joe, but I just can't get there to this number. Niners, Browns, I can get to pretty much any CMC number you put in front of me here. He's more explosive as the season's going on. I think the ground game's opened it up with the return of Brock Purdy because the pass game has to be respected a little bit more here. I lean Niners, but I'm focused on McCaffrey's long rush over 12.5. The Browns have given up a number of explosive runs the past month or so. Maybe some of that tied to the pass rushers just running upfield, trying to get sacks. I like CMC on the ground here.
Yeah, it's a good look. I can only look San Francisco. I think they're trending right now. I have multiple weapons. I don't know what the game plan is going to be for Cleveland. That's why I am concerned. I need to see it. I'll probably jump in from an in-game perspective, but it's under right now just because I believe they're going to handcuff Shador at home, look to rely on the defense, shorten the game, and try to win this somehow, some way, 17-13. I'd be shocked if they open up the playbook and allow them to cook, but we'll see. It's San Francisco in the under right now. I didn't take any props just because I want to take a look first quarter, see how this offensive game plan looks.
I hear that. Joe, talk to me a little bit about the Jets and the Falcons. Total in this one is pretty low.
It is.
Side 3, anywhere you look.
Yeah, sidewise, I mean, I don't love it. I would probably take the Jets sidewise just because they are at home. But I love the over. 38.5, I think with Tyrod and Kirk Cousins, I think there's the opportunity for turnovers. Also think there's the opportunity for both passing attacks to challenge the other. And if you look at Cousins last week, Kirk Cousins, he did have the big play in the third quarter to New Orleans. Darnell Mooney over the top. I think he shook off some ring rust. Yeah. Do you like Kyle Pitts? Yards 50+, and anytime touchdown. He's got to hit it, plus 250. I've been playing him every week.
I love the Jets. Can't believe we're getting a full 3 here. The Jets have been hot against the number now for 4 weeks here. The Falcons closed as dogs in New Orleans and now lay a field goal against the Jets. Can't get there. Kirk Cousins outside, no way. Give me the Jets, plus 3. They win this game. We'll keep breaking down the rest of the slate as we whip it around right here on Pro Football Today.
Let's play our game of buy or sell. Buy or sell. Thursday night football should end after week 10, George. You going to buy or sell this?
It's too short a week. It's not healthy for the players. You'll never be able to convince me otherwise here. You know, the NFL will tell you, oh, stats tell us no, it's not more injuries. And that's all BS. All right. Should it end after week 10? In a perfect world, there probably should be no Thursday night games. Should it end after week 10? Sure, I'll buy this. But it's not going to. There's too much money here. It's never going to end, all right? They're going to have it forever. You're lucky there's not a Friday, Saturday schedule as well, and there's some laws involved there as to why there's not. You know, the NFL is going to have a schedule or for any day they can get here. It's all about money here. And if the players don't want it, by the way, you got to realize, well, you're going to lose a significant chunk of revenue out of your salary as well here.
Right.
So I'll buy this, but it doesn't matter. It's not going away.
I mean, George just basically said everything that I was going to say, you know, so what is the reality? The games, so of course I'll buy it. The games are not good. Generally, the home team has a big advantage. If not, the teams are not prepared to play on Thursday night. Yes, there have been some upsets and some underdogs winning. We saw it Thursday night. But the quality of play on Thursday is lower than what it is on the weekends. And there's no end in sight to it because of what George said, the money. That's just all that matters. If Amazon Prime doesn't take it, Netflix will take it. If they don't take it, Apple will take it. If they don't take it, somebody else will take it. I don't know. Hulu, I don't know. You make it up. Someone will. So it is not going away. And, you know, generally speaking, I'm excited every week when the games begin, and then I forget, and then the games usually stink, and I'm like, oh, gosh, this game wasn't good anyway. So George is right. Not going away because of the money.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
Pro Football Today, Kevin Walsh, Joe Lisi. We've still got some key games to get through here, Joe. Talk to me about Indianapolis and Houston field goal number. Total in this one right now, 44.5. Big game here in the AFC South.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with Daniel Jones and the Colts at home. I think they're more complete. I believe in Steichen more than I do D'Amico Ryans, especially on the road. And again, we've seen Houston struggle in road environments this year against better competition. I can't buy into the offensive philosophy until I see it. They should attack over the top with Nico Collins, just the way Pat Mahomes did for 352. That's easier said than done against the Colts. I'll take the Colts. I lean to the over at the 44.5 because I think the Colts will push tempo. Did take Alec Pierce through his total today. And Ty Warren. I couldn't get to anytime touchdowns just because so many playmakers. If you're looking Houston, it should be Nico Collins anytime touchdown at plus 130.
I think Jonathan Taylor will be great in this game. I think the Colts will score. I'm not sure how good C.J. Stroud will be. I think he could be fantastic. I think he could struggle. I think it's all on the board here. I am focused in on a Colts team total at 23.5. They have been dominant on that number this season, especially at home. Vikings Seahawks, I'll step up and back Brosmer. Took 12 for this team. This number moved over a field goal, at minimum a full field goal, going from McCarthy to Brosmer. J.J. McCarthy has been an abomination at the quarterback position. I don't know if Brosmer could be worse. And if he is, O'Connell is prepared for it. And Brian Flores is going up against Sam Darnold. I'll take my chances here. Give me the Vikings plus 12.
I'm with you. Again, I think Brosmer could surprise a little bit. He's got a big arm. I think Justin Jefferson, Addison could make some plays. I did take Addison through his total just because he didn't have a catch last week in the loss to Green Bay with J.J. McCarthy. He needs to be involved in that offense. But again, Brosmer has the opportunity to step up. I do like the Vikes plus the points.
We're going to take the 12 there. Bills Steelers. You have a lot more conviction than I do in this
I'm
game.
going with it. Yeah, Buffalo and the over for me. I think it's all Josh Allen, plus 130, anytime touchdown. I do believe in Buffalo's offense much more than I do Aaron Rodgers and Pittsburgh. I don't believe in Pittsburgh's defense. I know they're 4-2 at home. That's great. This is the Bills, and they're going to have to put up 30 points to beat them. I just don't see it. It's all Buffalo for me. I can't get to the props just yet, but I do feel Josh Allen. What?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Rush yards.
I found the thing I've been looking for all day. I figured
Okay.
they'd post it eventually. So I think I will be betting this, actually, Joe. I don't know if you'll like this, but both teams for a rushing touchdown is what I've been looking for in this game.
Yeah.
Plus 120. Look, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are one of the most prolific rush offenses in all of football, and their defense allows any opponent they're playing to be one of the most prolific rush offenses in all of football. At plus 120, I like my number here. I think it really plays into what these teams are looking to do. I'm going to take my chances, both teams to score on the ground. Raiders, Chargers. Give me Justin Herbert over the long completion. That's 35.5. Herbert has not gone consecutive games without hitting this, coming off of a loss. We have seen the Raiders allow 4 of the last 5 quarterbacks to get through this number, including a few quarterbacks hit this number multiple times within the same game. As far as the side of it all, though, Joe, this is not one that I'm really too interested in. I'd rather play over. Maybe the new OC opens it up here in Vegas.
Greg Olsen, I don't know. They're 1-4 on the road so far. Was that Chip Kelly? Was that Pete Carroll? You tell me. I can't buy into Geno Smith in this spot. I just can't. I buy into Harbaugh. I don't like the side perspective. I'm looking at the total. Could we get to 40.5 in this game? Could we get there?
I think you might be able to get there.
Here, divisional matchup, you should always
be able to get there.
You should be always taking the
points. What do you think about
Genty,
new OC? Carries? He's been receiving the heck out of the ball.
Yeah, now, did you hear the reports about Chip Kelly?
Yeah, I think it was a little
botching calls? He's botching calls?
Come on.
Come on.
He's an all-time great in the college football ranks. He doesn't know his own play sheet. It's hard to believe. Won a national championship last year. Hard to believe.
Is he running Pete Carroll? Was he running Pete Carroll's offense, or the rumor was that he couldn't run his own? That's another? Look,
it's a busy time in the college football coaching cycle. What do you think is next for Chip Kelly? High level OC in college, coach?
Probably, yeah.
It doesn't look like.
Wouldn't shock me if you buy into Chip Kelly being an elite coordinator.
Yeah.
Does he go to the Giants? Does he go to a team like that?
I think he's back to college. That's my guess.
With the school like what? Wisconsin?
I think
they
he's
could
a coordinator.
Use him. Hey, Luke Fickell, you got nothing going on. Got smashed again.
Maybe he works at Penn State or something. We'll find out.
Penn State?
Broncos, Commanders. What do you like here, Joe? Let's see if this is up to a touchdown. By the way, let me get a little dialed here on this number right now. No, all 7's gone. 6 to 5.5.
6, 7.
Go ahead. What do you like in this game?
I'm gonna take the home dog. But I think.
But Daniels is out.
Yeah, so what?
I don't know.
McLaurin's in.
So you like him a little bit more without Jake Daniels? He was holding him back.
Stop.
What?
Look, what I like the best in this game is the total. I think we could blow right through this. 43.5. Big bad Bo Nix for 250 plus tonight. Big bad Bo Nix.
All right.
Mariota for 225. What do you think?
R.J. Harvey, anytime touchdown? Can I
you
get
and this
on
R.J.
it?
Harvey.
What?
Please.
What?
Can we get Ingram?
Why don't you answer me?
I just now Harvey's the flavor of the day, right?
No,
they put him in, third down sets, motion. Let's get R.J. Harvey the multiple looks, anytime touchdown.
Now you're right. Let's pet Evan Ingram for the 10th time this season.
He's bound to hit.
Yeah,
Martingale system. Martingale get smashed.
He's never been shut out. He's never been shut out. One season, 1 year, 1 day. I like R.J. Harvey a lot to score.
Okay,
in this
so
game
then there it is. It's written in stone. You got it.
You'd be rooting against it.
No, I won't.
No, I seen you.
No.
Tackle him! I seen it. I've seen it. I know how you operate. Get him! Get him! It's incredible, man. The best is, I once again, I sell me something, right?
Yeah.
I try to do a little, I'll extend the hand a little bit. I tried it on Thursday.
Yeah.
You were like, terrible, hate it. It was Golden. Golden got so discouraged he tapped out of the game. He didn't play. I try and do it again today.
Yeah.
And then I scroll down. I look at yours. I did a miniature version. Joe, I got the mini hoop. Joe's got the full-size NBA court with this sell me something. That's next. SportsGrid, baby.
Let's play our game of buy or sell. Buy or sell. Thursday night football should end after week 10, George. You going to buy or sell this?
It's too short a week. It's not healthy for the players. You'll never be able to convince me otherwise here. Either the NFL will tell you, oh, stats tell us no, it's not more injuries. And that's all BS. All right. Should it end after week 10? In a perfect world, there should be no Thursday night games. Should it end after week 10? Sure, I'll buy this. But it's not going to. There's too much money here. It's never going to end, all right? They're going to have it forever. You're lucky there's not a Friday, Saturday schedule as well, and there's some laws involved there as to why there's not. You know, the NFL is going to have a schedule or for any day they can get here. It's all about money here. And if the players don't want it, by the way, you got to realize, well, you're going to lose a significant chunk of revenue out of your salary as well here.
Right.
So I'll buy this, but it doesn't matter. It's not going away.
I mean, George just basically said everything that I was going to say, you know, so what is the reality? The games, so of course I'll buy it. The games are not good. Generally, the home team has a big advantage. If not, the teams are not prepared to play on Thursday night. Yes, there have been some upsets and some underdogs winning. We saw it Thursday night. But the quality of play on Thursday is lower than what it is on the weekends. And there's no end in sight to it because of what George said, the money. That's just all that matters. If Amazon Prime doesn't take it, Netflix will take it. If they don't take it, Apple will take it. If they don't take it, somebody else will take it. I don't know. Hulu, I don't know. You make it up. Someone will. So it is not going away. And, you know, generally speaking, I'm excited every week when the games begin and then I forget and then the games usually stink. And I'm like, oh, gosh, this game wasn't good anyway. So George is right. Not going away because of the money.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
Welcome back, Pro Football Today. Kevin Walsh and Joe Lisi. Joe just got put in detention.
You love it. Give yourself me something. This trinket of a thing that you have together. Show me
I'm not even
this.
going to give it out. I'm not even going to give it out. I'm just going to tell people decipher Lisi's so you can find mine. No, hold on. We do best bets first. Everyone likes to break tendency. Easy. Your best. I can't with you anymore, man. I can't.
Why?
This best bet, I'll tell
You don't like the best bet?
I don't know. I'm rooting it in. I know that.
That means it's got a shot.
right,
we go
go
to
ahead.
We go to the 1 o'clock window. MetLife.
Tag. So now you're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, I don't. That's it. I don't want you to get a read. I zig.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the best bet segment.
All right, we're going to MetLife.
Go ahead.
Could be a shootout between
You think?
Tyrod Taylor and Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins shook off the ring rust last week.
Yeah.
He throws for $198. He could go for $3 bills today against the Jets.
Oh, chance.
Tyrod Taylor at 221 passing against Baltimore last week. Give me up and away. This game should be priced in the 40s. 38.5 at minus 105. Juice to the under at minus 115. Come on.
I'll tell you, listen, these Kirk Cousins tweets are going to be good later. Hey, at Kirk Cousins, why don't you do me a favor and retire already? Oh, I love the Jetsies plus the 3. Love the Jetsies.
I hope they put Raheem Morris out to pasture.
I think Tyrod Taylor has a big game, though, so maybe you'll get over
All right.
it. I'll root it in.
No, I like the Jets, too. Again, I think there could be turnovers. There could be, playmakers at every level. And the Jets now have John Mechie that stepped up and A.D. Mitchell.
All right, so here we go. For me, Colts, team total over. 23.5. Team totals have been working within these best bet segments here. We're back to Indianapolis now. Tell someone this bet. I guarantee you they're going to go against the Texans. Exactly. That's why we're getting a great number. Colts played a home game against the Broncos. Defense just as good. Scored 29 in the football game. Won it. This is a team who can bounce back in a major way here with Jonathan Taylor leading it and getting, I think, multiple touchdowns in this football game. I love the Colts team total here against the Texans. I think we have ourselves a great number.
I think it's great. I think it's a good look. I like the Colts as well, so we'll see if they can hammer them home.
All right, you want me to go first?
Sure.
What is this? The mini bike, the little tyke bike?
Tricycle.
Yeah. 10-1. Like Justin Jefferson, 100 yards and a touchdown. A little simple. Brosmer, who else is he throwing to? He's almost 3-1 to score, Jefferson, which I thought was a little crazy. 100 yards is on the board. I still think he's arguably the best receiver in football. 10-1, I had to give him a chance. Now go ahead.
No, I mean, reports now from On3, we'll cross over to the college side, is that Lane Kiffin has lined up most of his offensive staff to join him at LSU, reports Chris Lowe, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it's a done deal. LSU is going to get the Lane train. We'll take your 10-1 and we'll put it into our parlay, and you get basically 130-1. Let's take all the LSU guys today.
Yep.
Mason Taylor, 40-plus receiving and a touchdown. Brian Thomas, 80-plus receiving. 60. There you go. And a touchdown. I don't have my reading glasses on. And only 70 for JJ and a touchdown. You want to go 100, 130-1. 130-1. The Lane train.
What I think is good, though, is because you went topical. First time all year, you're selling me something's been just a bunch of LSU guys.
But now it fits.
It's every week. I mean, it's every week. Where's the Bama best bet section?
Listen, you know the guy or the woman that goes to the deli and buys the lottery ticket every day?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they waste what? $150, and then all of a sudden they get that scratch off, or they get that big ticket. Does it pay off in the end?
Right.
There you go. You got to be in it to win it.
Okay.
Right? So 130-1.
Right.
We took your 10-1.
Yeah.
We don't even need that. We just need the touchdown and give us 3/4 of your 100-1.
No, it's great.
You know what the good part is that Jefferson can land on 98 in the tutty and we still win.
Is that really the best part? You got some nerve. Let me tell you this. That boy Mason Taylor's going to catch one on the 5-yard line, and I'm going to jump through the screen and tackle that man. I'll tell you right now, buddy. You better watch it. Yeah, I'm telling you. Kirk Cousins, back to pass. Picked again. Picked again.
Pick six.
No, tackle him. Go down. Go down. Sold? In-Game Live is next right here on SportsGrid.
The play is Our Fam. You don't know about Our Fam? Go look her up on social media. Go look at YouTube. 19-year-old from Spain, 6'6", block shots, runs the floor, rebounds, post up, inside, outside, pop the corn, serve the beer, and it can clean up the mess when you're done eating your meal. This lady is absolutely fantastic.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
A huge number out there on Cason Wallace to win Defensive Player of the Year at 500-1. That is worth your attention. And a number that I talked about before the season that I still think should be lower is Mark Daigneault to win Coach of the Year at 11-1 in the NBA. If they win 70, he's a lock for top 3. If they win 73, it's his.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
What are those things called?
A shooting star.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that one. Like it just burns up quick, and you love it while you can see it, and bing, it's gone in the blink of an eye.
Right.
That's my fear for Cam Scatterville.
Yeah, and that's not a big deal, but I will say it's weird, and it seems like he really enjoys that attention, which is all fine because he's a young guy, but possibly dangerous in a city like New York.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
Close to $1 million in volume being traded right now in the Offensive Player of the Year. If you did put $100 down on Jonathan Taylor, that would pay back $143, so a 43% increase on your money that you had. There are a lot of long shots in here, but it doesn't feel like those would be good bets. Like, hey, I'm going to put it on Justin Herbert. Well, yeah, if Justin Herbert wins it, Joe, a $100 wager would pay back $10,000. They even have a market for if you want to bet Malik Neighbors.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.